Robbie.
We're on.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Victoria Advocate. I'm Becky Cooper, managing editor.
up,
With
Robbie.
me is
Bald-headed city editor Tony Delandron.
we were just talking about bald-headed people and his loss of
Moment
hair.
of realization. Moment of, like, talk about, life's lessons. It's like, man.
Okay. And behind the camera is Meredith Cash, our senior copy editor, who's good at running the camera and doesn't want to speak. Chris is off today. Tom is off today, so they'll be back. Well, Chris will be back Monday. Tom back Tuesday. So it's just us today. To get started, I've got two trivia questions to take you out for the weekend. The first one, everybody knows Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's 2011 song "The Edge of Glory" features a saxophone solo from what legendary saxophonist?
Oh, I can guess. There's only one legendary saxophonist I know. That's, his nickname was the Bird. Charlie Parker.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, think about it a little bit more.
Okay. They have a saxophone at the Jazz Museum in Kansas City.
Wow.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later. And then the second question, in Greek mythology, who was the mother of Artemis and Apollo? Artemis. Artemis.
The mother?
The mother. She was a little wanderer, it looks like. Okay, y'all think about those and we'll come back to them at the end. In today's paper, Planning for Tomorrow's paper, we have a feature story by Jessica Priest on the Twin Dolphins movie theater in Fort Lavaca. They recently received a $10,000 grant to repair their marquee, which was damaged by Hurricane Harvey. It's a nice little theater that attended, by the locals or in that area. Runs first-run movies. So it's a good little feature story. We have photos of the marquee, right?
Yeah.
And inside the theater.
Yeah, I didn't finish editing it, but I read the top of it, and it's. I was going to ask her if we could change, because she talks about a point-of-sale register. I think she means like they had an old-fashioned cash register they had a cash register that did not calculate the change. So if your items
you
were
can
like,
actually can't change yourself.
if your items was like $5.47 and they gave you a 10, and a lot of kids went there learning how to do math really fast. Learning how to add and subtract.
I think more businesses need those cash registers.
She said it did not have a point of sale register, and I don't know if people know what that means. Because I've worked on one of those where it calculates everything, adds up everything, and then if you give me a 10, I just hit 10, and it just boom instantly gives you the change. And
there's people who work in retail nowadays. They even have those cash registers that you put in the amount given, and it tells you how much change to give back, and they still can't make change. It's ridiculous. It's just simple math. There's a fast food place that I go to quite a bit. And I'm sitting there while I'm waiting for my food. I'm sitting there calculating how much change I'm going to get back. And then they screw it up somehow, and I have to tell them how much change I'm due. So, and I finally one day I said, "Do you know math?"
Oh.
Yeah, well I did. It was a really simple transaction. And, do you know math? Oh no. I said, "You need to learn it." So that's my tip of the day.
Can't go through life without doing basic math.
So, anyway, it's a good story about a local business that's still recovering from Hurricane Harvey. And then graduation. Bloomington is graduating tonight. I think they're the final graduating class in our Victoria County. I know there's some others. One school maybe that's graduating tomorrow, but as we're getting nearing the end of a graduation season, we will have photos and story from down there. And then the long-term recovery group met today and gave an update on the Hope Meadows subdivision. Only one family has qualified to get a home built there. They're not ready to start building because they're still putting in the roads. But we have the link to how people can apply and some better explanations of what you need to go through before you can apply. So
We talked before about that.
So what?
You talked to her about what that story's gonna say?
Yes. And then they're also having a fundraiser to help raise money for the mini projects they're doing. So we have those two. Those are the two things.
What's the fundraiser?
It's going to be June 24th. I don't know all the details. I think it's on the parking lot of their building.
Oh, you're gonna sell things? Or
I guess I don't know all the details.
new building, not this.
They're building downtown where they are now, by the emergency management building next door to it.
Okay.
Anyway, you'll see it if you drove by there. That big parking lot where behind the old telephone building.
No, that's
You know
okay.
where where the DA's office is?
Yeah.
Okay, the parking lot behind the DA's office.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, and we're starting a new photo contest tomorrow. This will be send us your favorite photos of you and your dad, or just your favorite photos of your dad, and this will. If you win the contest, you can get won a gift certificate from Charlene's, which are nice prizes. We have the Zoo Connection this week. We also have Faith about the Knit Happens group at Parkway Church. They're taking plastic shopping bags and crocheting them into sleeping mats for the homeless, which is pretty cool. They're pretty mats. Did you see that one picture?
Mm-hmm. 600 bags make a mat.
It's a lot of bags.
It's a lot of bags.
I'm sure there are many more than that out there. So we have those photos, and then Revelations. Jennifer is talking about that sometimes life is tough, and it's just like pulling that loose tooth. You know, the fear of the unknown, and you're not really sure what's going to happen. So it's a good little.
Yesterday, I swore I felt my crown
Oh, good boy! What
Quit
did
move, but no, it didn't. It was I had a popcorn hole
Oh.
between my teeth. Sorry, TMI.
You're good at that.
Me? No,
Yes.
Okay.
I
Sports.
never get clinical.
Never. In sports, Ray will have a recap of the Hallettsville softball team almost winning state yesterday. That was a good game. They had a good year. Only 2 losses in the entire year, so it's not bad. And then we have basketball. Red and White League returns to Victoria. And we have a recap of Refugio's game from last night, which knocked him out of the series. We'll have some photos from Howard Essie. Back up on the Hallettsville one, we'll have photos by Evan, who was there. And high school football 7-on-7 by Mike. So a busy day in sports still. You know anything about what's going on in the world or the state?
Well, I was just reading the headline here. Trump gets pushed back on promise of new Mexican tariffs despite pushback from U.S. business in Mexico. President Donald Trump doubled down Friday on his threat to slap a 5% tariff, and AP is using the percent sign, on Mexican imports unless America's southern neighbor cracks down on Central American migrants trying to cross the U.S. border. Then there's another piece about the Mexico president saying he has sent his foreign affairs secretary to Washington to explain to the Trump administration everything they're doing. He basically, the Mexico president says that our government doesn't really know what they're doing, and they're doing a lot. He said Mexico has stepped up raids on migrant caravans traveling through the southern states of Chiapas, and I can't pronounce the other one. It has deported thousands of migrants and frustrated thousands more who wait endlessly for permits that would allow them to travel legally through Mexico. We have to help so that they don't enter the United States illegally, but we also have to do it respecting human rights, Lopez Obrador said. That's the president. Nothing authoritarian, they're human beings. And so anyway, he's dispatched. But basically he said they're not going to really respond to the tariffs with, quote, desperation, but instead we'll ask Washington for more dialogue to tell them what Mexico's doing and what it can and cannot do.
On immigration, I forgot, it's not here on the budget, but Kira is working to set up an interview with Michael Cloud, who's down on the border today and has some media roundtables going on, either in I think in Corpus later today. So she's trying to get that set up since
Oh.
we're not able to go to Corpus Christi.
I wonder if we can take their story. I can call them and see if we can use it.
I'd like to have our own interview with him. We can maybe, if we can use it,
Oh, okay.
they let us use it, but I still would like to have Kira interview him.
Or maybe we can get a photo.
Brian, whatever his last name is, I can never pronounce his last name, offered an interview, so we're trying to get that set up.
Oh,
Crank Shadows,
Crookshank.
Crookshanks.
Yeah,
Crookshank was the butler in the movie Monsters Go Home.
really?
He was the English butler.
Okay.
He was Haley's teacher.
Was he really? Was he a school teacher?
He was, this guy?
At Victoria East.
I don't know.
What did he teach?
Science.
I don't think maybe civics was something.
That's interesting.
I think so. I have to ask Haley.
So we're trying to set up an interview with Michael Plow, our congressman. Anything else from anybody? I put that as an A1 contender right now. Okay.
Is Faith over?
Yeah, Faith is in. So, trivia time. First question. Lady Gaga's 2011 song, The Edge of Glory, features saxophone solo from what legendary saxophonist?
You know, I just realized my answer was dumb. Because Charlie Parker died decades
big
ago.
dummy.
Well,
I
Natalie
didn't
Cole
realize,
recorded
I didn't
some of her
realize what he
dad,
was.
you know.
I thought maybe she borrowed some of his recording.
Well, that could have happened.
That's what I was thinking.
You have a guess?
Who else
Sorry.
plays the saxophone?
Legendary saxophonist? I don't know many.
Chris would know this one.
Maybe Chris Bodie? No.
No.
He was a trumpet player, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, who's the guy who played the clarinet with the long curly hair?
Kenny G.
Kenny G.
That was a saxophone, dear. That was not a clarinet. That was a soprano saxophone.
Okay. There you go, maestro.
I'm a saxophone player.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh. Was it him?
No.
Oh.
That was my first thought when I read the question. That's not him. It's Clarence Clemens, also known as the Big Man, who was best known for his work in the Bruce Springsteen's
Springsteen.
E Street Band.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chris would have known that one right off.
Yeah.
Okay, second question. In Greek mythology, who was the mother of Artemis and Apollo?
I have no idea.
Leto, Leto, goddess of motherhood.
Don't know.
She was a lover of Zeus, who fathered her children.
Well, you know, I was wondering. I was about to say I wasn't Zeus the father. Zeus fathered everybody.
He's a busy man. Okay, with those trivia questions answered, we're going to sign off. Have a good weekend. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let Tony know. He'll be here till 10 or 11 or midnight or whatever time. So he'll be here. Peace
No.
out. We'll see you Monday.
Not this week.